JoJo's Part 5, Golden Wind. Was it good or not? Now, I happen to really like the part, probably a little bit more than I even expected. Giorno Giovanna is the main character of this part, and you might not like him that much when you first watch the part, but after you watch the entire part or you've watched it a few times, you really like his character, or at least that's how it is for me. He's calm, intelligent, brave, but also kind and caring to others, and I like how his ability has a lot to do with nature. Even his character design I like as well. And the other main characters of this part were great as well. El Baccio, Naracha, Bucciarati, Mista, Fugo, even the boss's daughter ends up sort of being one of the main characters, which is Trish. All of these characters had different personalities that were unique to them, and I liked all their character designs, and I just liked the art style a lot during this part. Other than Giorno, I would say my other favorite characters during this part were Bucciarati and El Baccio, but the other main characters were great as well, and I liked all of them a lot. All of their abilities and stands are really cool. One of my favorite was Sticky Fingers, which is Bucciarati's, and he can create zippers on any surface, which I found very cool and unique. Another stand I liked was Fugo's, which was Purple Haze. I like the design for the stand and that he can release a virus with it. Even Naracha's was pretty cool, his being an airplane. And of course, Giorno's stand, which is Golden Wind, the name of the part. It has high destructive power and also a powerful counter known as Return to Zero. Golden Wind can even heal Giorno and others. I thought the design of this stand was one of the best stands in the part and in JoJo's. Though I would say pretty much every single character in this part had a really good stand, and this part probably had my favorite stands out of any part. Also, one of the best main character groups. I enjoyed that this part took place in Italy and how the main characters were working for the mafia, but they find out the boss, or Diavolo, is trying to end his own daughter's life, and that's when they stop working for the boss and actually go against him. Diavolo was a pretty good villain. Not my favorite, but he was solid. I also like that they brought Polar F back in this part, him being one of my favorite characters from part 3, and just favorite JoJo's characters in general. It was nice to see him again. And Dio being one of my top 2 favorite characters. I like that Giorno is his son. I thought the fights in this part were really good, and all of the villains were unique, pretty much different from any other part before, and just always kept my interest. Bucciarati was a really good character in this part, and he was the leader of the mafia. Him and Giorno were definitely my 2 favorite characters in this part, and they were also the 2 that we used the most during this part, so that's a good thing because I got to see them the most. But I liked all the other characters as well. Bucciarati has a very calm personality, but he's also confident. He can be brave and determined, and he just makes a great leader. I do like his character design, even though it's a bit unusual. It's not my favorite character design in this part, but it's pretty good. My favorite character designs for this part were Giorno's, Naracha's, and Fugo's, and then I would even say El Baccio has one of my favorite character designs as well. All the characters have their own distinct look, but they all look great and made me enjoy the part even more. At first, a lot of the members, especially El Baccio, did not trust Giorno. Only Bucciarati did. But eventually, he does end up gaining El Baccio's trust. And I liked seeing the characters grow together, going through hard situations. The first time I watched the part, when Fugo didn't go with the rest of the main characters, I didn't really get it. But the second time I watched it, I understood that he knew he was going to lose his life, so it wasn't worth it to go with them. And as we saw, Bucciarati, Naracha, and El Baccio all lost their lives. So I wouldn't be surprised if Fugo was right, and if he had went, he would have lost his life too. So it was smart that he did not go, and I always knew he was an intelligent character. He was right for doing what he did. It's understandable. I found Diavolo extremely unusual, extremely weird, probably just like everyone else. but I did really just find his character interesting and enjoyed him. He had like a split personality disorder, and whenever he wanted to talk to whoever he considered the boss when he was in his kid form or less powerful form, he would find something and then start making a ringing noise with his mouth and then pick it up and then start talking to the boss in his own head. And they had two distinctly different voices and looked different as well. There were two souls sharing one body. Diavolo just looked so crazy, like somebody straight out of an asylum whenever he would just make the ringing noise and find something to pick up to talk to the boss. And I thought seeing the other Diavolo at the end was really cool as well. And he came off as a solid villain, seeming intimidating, powerful, and just having a good character design and ability. I would say he had a pretty good stand as well. Just like I already mentioned, all the characters in this part have good stands. Oh, and even the music during this part I like a lot, which a lot of people like. So I would say this is just an extremely good part that's very well rounded. Definitely one of my favorite JoJo's parts. And the first time I watched it, I liked it a lot. But then the second time I noticed things that I didn't notice the first time, and I understood things even more, and I actually ended up liking it even more. It's definitely a part that I'll continue to watch again even in the future. I just wish that we end up getting to see more of Giorno and Mista and even Fugo, who were still alive, and we saw at the end that Giorno and Mista were ruling their own mafia or whatever, and maybe even Trish too. So that could be a whole nother part I would really enjoy to see. Or maybe we'll just see them in the new universe, but other versions of the characters. During this part, one more thing I want to mention is I think they went over all the main characters' backstories very well and made you be able to connect with them and understand them very well. And I don't think there was a single character I didn't like during this part. I feel like more JoJo's parts and future JoJo's parts should look back to Golden Wind for a lot of inspiration and to copy or do things similar to this part in some ways, because it's just so well rounded and good in so many ways. It's not my favorite JoJo part, it's one of my favorite, but I would say it's probably the most well rounded in every way, and you could argue for it being the best in every way. The only one I personally think for sure it's not the best in is the villain. Diavolo is a really good villain, but I just wouldn't say he's the best. I prefer Dio and the Pillarman. I honestly feel like the part could be even longer, like maybe as long as part 3, because I didn't mind how long part 3 was, and I was not getting bored of the part, but I'm just happy with this part and what we got. At the end, when Polar F used the arrow to make everyone switch bodies, I found the moment so intense and interesting, and it kept me engaged when I watched it. I found the deaths really sad of Bucciarati, Narancia, and El Baccio. I really liked the characters and I saw them through the whole part, and it was kind of sad to see them go, but I feel like they did a really good job sending Bucciarati off and making him die, but leaving the watcher satisfied. I think the ending fight between Diavolo and Giorno was good. However, I don't think it's the best, but it was pretty good. I do like other final fights in JoJo's better though, for sure. I think this was the most unique part yet. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like this part? Is it your favorite or one of your favorites? And do you agree with me? I'll see you in the next video.